Stop, take a deep breath. Let everything else fade away for a moment. Because this message right here was meant for you. The universe doesn't speak in noise. It speaks in patterns, in synchronicities, in moments of undeniable clarity. And this is one of those moments. You weren't randomly scrolling. You weren't meant to just pass by this message like another fleeting distraction. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to remember who you are. Have you ever felt like the world has been whispering to you, but you couldn't quite make out the words? That strange pull in your gut when something feels off, the chills running down your spine when you hear something that rings with truth, the repeated numbers, the sudden thoughts that arrive out of nowhere yet feel so familiar. These aren't coincidences. The universe has been guiding you all along, nudging you towards something greater, something profound, something only you can fulfill. But here's the thing, most people ignore these signs. They brush them off as randomness, distractions, imagination. They drown out the whispers with the noise of the world, running on autopilot, following paths laid out for them without question. But not you. You're here because something deep inside of you refuses to be silenced. Because some part of you already knows the truth. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. This message is not just a reminder, it's a call to wake up, a call to embrace who you are at the core of your being, a call to step into your power and stop doubting the energy surging within you. Today, we're peeling back the layers. Today, we're diving deep into the truth about your existence, your struggles, your energy, and why the world reacts to you the way it does. If this resonates, if something inside of you is stirring right now, then leave 77 in the comments below, because this is where your awakening begins. You are not random, you were chosen for a reason. From the moment you took your first breath, you were different. You may not have understood why, but you felt it. While others were content with the surface of life, you always searched for depth. While they conformed, you questioned. While they walked with certainty, you felt the undercurrents of something greater, an invisible force pulling you towards something unseen, something bigger than yourself. This wasn't by chance. The universe doesn't make mistakes. You were chosen for a reason. You carry within you an energy that is rare, powerful, and ancient, an energy that disrupts the illusion of the world around you. This is why you've always felt like an outsider, like you don't quite fit into the mold that others so easily slip into. But that feeling of isolation, that isn't punishment, it's preparation. You see, most people sleepwalk through life, following the scripts handed to them, never questioning, never seeking, never realizing that they are more than just bodies moving through time. But you were never meant to sleep. You were meant to awaken. You were meant to break patterns, to shatter illusions, to see beyond the veil of what is and into the potential of what could be. This path isn't for the faint of heart. The road of a chosen one is not smooth. It is not paved with ease. It demands awareness. It demands strength. It demands that you rise above the limitations that the world tries to place upon you. You are not here to blend in. You are here to transform, to elevate, to illuminate. And that responsibility, it is not a burden. It is your greatest gift. The signs have been there all along. The way you feel things so deeply, the way you sense energy before others even recognize a shift, the way you instinctively know when someone is hiding their true intentions. You are wired differently. You are built for something greater. You don't have to see the whole path right now. You just have to accept this truth. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were chosen. And now, it's time to step into that truth. The hidden trials, why your path feels harder than others. You've noticed it, haven't you? While others seem to move through life with ease, your journey has been filled with obstacles, betrayals, hardships that feel relentless. It's as if the universe has tested you at every turn, pushing you, breaking you, reshaping you. But why? Why does it feel like life is always demanding more from you than it does from others? Because you are not here for an easy existence. You are here for a profound purpose, and purpose is forged in fire. The truth is, every challenge you faced, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every lonely night where you questioned everything, it wasn't to destroy you. It was to prepare you, to refine you into someone unbreakable, someone who can carry the weight of the light you were meant to bring into this world. You don't train a warrior with comfort. You train them with battle. And your battles, They have been shaping you into the force you were always meant to become. Think about it. Have you ever wondered why people seem to react to you in extreme ways? Why some are drawn to you like a magnet, while others seem almost threatened by your very presence? Why you have encountered more betrayal, more opposition, more challenges than the average person? It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because there's something undeniably right about you. The world does not challenge those who conform. It challenges those who disrupt, and your very existence disrupts. You see through the lies, you sense the hidden agendas, you question what others accept blindly. That makes you powerful, but it also makes you a threat to those who fear change, who fear truth, who fear the light you carry. But here's what you need to understand. The trials were never meant to break you. They were meant to prove you. Every storm you have endured, every tear you have shed, every time you've had to rebuild yourself from the ground up, it was all leading to this moment. Because now you're stepping into your power. Now you understand that the hardships were never a sign of your weakness, but a testament to your strength. You are unbreakable, you are resilient, and you are exactly where you were always meant to be. Your energy is magnetic, and they know it. You felt it your entire life. The way people either gravitate toward you or push against you with an intensity that doesn't always make sense. The way strangers confide in you, sensing something in you that they can't quite explain. The way certain people seem almost unnerved by your presence, as if your existence alone unsettles something within them. That's not your imagination. That's energy. And your energy is unlike any other. You see, most people move through life disconnected. They function on surface-level energy, never truly engaging with the depths of their own being. But you are different. You radiate a frequency that cannot be ignored. And that frequency does something most people aren't prepared for. It reveals truths. Your energy amplifies what is hidden in others. Those who are lost feel drawn to you, hoping to find clarity in your presence. Those who wear masks feel exposed, sensing that you see beyond their facades. And those who harbor darkness, they feel threatened, not because you attack them, but because your very presence forces them to confront what they have buried. This is why you have always had strong reactions from people, why some adore you without reason, why others despise you without cause. It's not about you, it's about what you activate in them. But here's the secret: your energy is not a curse, it is your power. It is your proof that you are not of this world in the way others are. You are here to shake things up, to awaken, to remind people of the light they have forgotten. And that makes you unstoppable. The illusion of limits, breaking free from the mental cage. What if I told you that most of the limits you believe in aren't real? That the walls keeping you from your highest potential are not external forces, but illusions constructed in your mind? You see, the world has been conditioning you since birth to accept boundaries that do not exist. The limits imposed on you were never about reality, they were about control. Think about it. From the moment you were old enough to dream, you were told what was possible and what was not. You were given a framework, a script, a path that was deemed safe and acceptable. You were taught to color within the lines, to think within the box, to live within the walls of expectations set by a society that thrives on obedience. And yet, deep down, you have always felt something stirring, a resistance, a knowing that there is more. But here's the truth. Limits are nothing more than mental constructs designed to keep you from realizing your true power. They are prisons built from fear, from conditioning, from generations of people who accepted the lie that they were small. And if you accept those limits, you become just another prisoner in a system that was never designed for your expansion. But you are not here to be caged. You were born to break free. The mind is the most powerful force in existence. It can create worlds, bend reality, shift timelines, and alter destinies. But when programmed with fear, it becomes a weapon used against itself. If you believe you are incapable, you will be. If you believe you are trapped, you will be. If you believe you are not enough, you will live a life that reflects that belief. But the moment you decide to challenge the illusion, everything changes. The only real prison is the one in your mind, and the key to escaping it is awareness. Awareness that the only thing stopping you is the belief that you are stopped. Awareness that every time you hear a voice telling you that you can't, That voice is not your own. It is an echo of a system designed to keep you small. So ask yourself, what limits have you accepted without question? Who told you that you couldn't? Where did those beliefs come from? And most importantly, what happens when you stop believing in them? The moment you choose to unlearn, the moment you choose to see beyond the illusion, is the moment you reclaim your power. Because the truth is, there are no walls, there is no cage, there is only you standing at the edge of possibility, waiting to take flight. The alchemy of pain, transforming shadows into power. Pain is not your enemy. It is not a curse, not a punishment, not a sign of weakness. Pain is a teacher, a sculptor, a force of transformation that forges you into something greater. But most people fear it. They run from it, numb it, suppress it, hoping that if they ignore it long enough, it will disappear. But pain does not vanish, it waits. It lingers in the shadows of your mind, in the depths of your heart, whispering truths that demand to be heard. The world has taught you to view pain as something to escape. But what if you saw it differently? What if pain was not meant to break you, but to awaken you? What if, instead of running from it, you leaned into it, embraced it, learned from it? What if pain was not an obstacle, but an initiation? This is the alchemy of pain, the process of taking suffering and transmuting it into wisdom, of turning wounds into power, of transforming loss into purpose. It is the realization that every hardship, every heartbreak, every moment of despair was not a step backward, but a step forward, an invitation to evolve. Look at history, at the greatest minds, the most influential souls who changed the world. Do you think they were untouched by suffering? No, they were shaped by it. They allowed their pain to carve them into something unbreakable, into forces that could not be silenced. The difference between those who rise and those who fall is not the presence of pain, but the decision of what to do with it. You have two choices. You can let pain consume you, define you, make you bitter and afraid. Or you can use it as fuel. You can take everything that tried to destroy you and forge it into strength. Every scar, every battle, every loss, it is all energy waiting to be reclaimed. So stop asking why life has been hard on you. Stop asking why you had to endure things others never did. Instead, ask yourself, what is this pain teaching me? How can I use it? What will I create from it? Because when you master this process, when you learn to wield your pain instead of being controlled by it, you become unstoppable. The signs you are awakening. Something has been shifting within you. You feel it, don't you? A change, a restlessness, an awareness that the world is not what it once seemed. The things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The conversations you once enjoyed now feel hollow. The people you used to relate to now seem like strangers. It is as if you are seeing everything with new eyes, as if the veil has been lifted and the illusion is crumbling before you. This is the sign of an awakening, and once it begins, there is no turning back. You may have noticed synchronicities, repeating numbers, unusual coincidences, moments of unexplainable clarity. These are not random. They are messages, signposts along your path, reminders from the universe that you are aligning with something greater. You may have felt a shift in your emotions, waves of deep sadness, followed by bursts of overwhelming joy. The highs feel higher, the lows feel deeper. This is because you are no longer numb. You are feeling everything fully, as it was meant to be felt. You may have developed a heightened sensitivity to energy, the ability to sense when something is off, when someone is lying, when a place carries a certain weight. This is because your intuition is waking up, and with it, your ability to navigate the world beyond logic, beyond sight, beyond the limits of physical perception. You are no longer the same person you once were, and that is a good thing, because this world does not need more sleepers. It needs those who can see, those who can feel, those who can lead. You are not crazy, you are not alone, you are awakening. The power of presence, the secret key to manifestation. You have been taught that life is about chasing success, chasing love, chasing the future. But in all that running, you have forgotten the most important truth. The only true power exists in this moment right now. Most people live in either the past or the future. They dwell on regrets, on things they cannot change, or they obsess over what's next, constantly reaching, constantly striving, never realizing that everything they seek is already here. But manifestation does not happen in the past. It does not happen in the future. It happens now. Imagine a river. Those who chase are like people standing in the middle of it, fighting against the current, struggling, exhausting themselves, trying to force the water to flow their way. But those who are truly powerful, they do not fight the current. They align with it. They step into flow. They surrender to the moment, knowing that everything they desire is already on its way. Presence is not passivity. It is power. It is the ability to exist fully in this moment, to recognize that everything you are, everything you have, everything you need is already within you. When you master presence, you become magnetic. You stop chasing and instead you attract, because the truth is you were never meant to run after life. You were meant to create it, and creation happens in the now, so breathe, be here, step into your power, because this moment, this is where it all begins. The universe is watching. What you do with this message matters. You didn't find this message by accident. You didn't just happen to stumble upon it at the right time. The universe orchestrated this moment. It brought you here because you are at a crossroads, because you are ready, because the time for hesitation is over. The question is, what will you do with this truth? Most people receive messages from the universe every single day, but they dismiss them. They brush off their intuition, ignore the signs, silence the inner voice that's been screaming for their attention. They wait, they hesitate, they tell themselves they'll act someday, but someday never comes. But you are different. You wouldn't still be here if something inside of you wasn't shifting, if something within you wasn't awakening. You have been shown a truth that most people will never see. You have been given a glimpse into what lies beyond the illusions, beyond the programming, beyond the limits that were forced upon you. The question is, will you take the next step, or will you go back to sleep? The universe is always watching, not in the way that people have been taught to fear, not as some distant judge keeping score, but as a force that moves in perfect alignment with you. It responds to the energy you give it. Every action, every intention, every thought sends ripples through existence, shaping what happens next. If you've ever felt like the universe was testing you, it's because it has been. Not to break you, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every struggle, every hardship, every closed door was never rejection, it was redirection. It was the universe asking, are you ready? Are you strong enough to carry what you're asking for? Will you rise or will you retreat? You are standing at the threshold of something profound. You have two choices: step forward, embrace the power that has always been within you, and begin creating the life you were meant to live. Or step back, retreat into old patterns, and pretend you never heard this message. But here's the thing, you cannot unhear the truth. You cannot unknow what you now know. And the universe, it is waiting for your response. Because what you do next will not only shape your life, it will shape the lives of everyone you are meant to impact. So what will it be? Will you choose expansion or limitation? Will you choose courage or comfort? Will you choose to step into your destiny, or will you allow fear to dictate your future? The choice has always been yours. But now, you must make it with full awareness, because the moment you acknowledge your power, there is no going back. Conclusion, your next step in the journey. This is not the end. This is not where your journey stops. This is only the beginning. The moment you opened your mind to this message, the moment you allowed these words to settle into your soul, something shifted. And that shift, it cannot be undone. You now see things differently. You now understand that you were never meant to live a life of limitation. You now realize that your struggles were never random, that your energy was never ordinary, that your very existence is proof of something greater. And with that realization comes responsibility. You can no longer pretend to be small. You can no longer shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You can no longer deny the pull towards something bigger than yourself. The world is waiting for you. It is waiting for the version of you that no longer doubts, no longer hesitates, no longer asks for permission to be extraordinary. It is waiting for the version of you that moves with certainty, that speaks with purpose, that carries an energy so undeniable that it transforms everything it touches. But here's the truth, transformation is not about one moment. It is about momentum. It is about the choices you make after this moment. It is about what you do with the energy that has been ignited within you. You can walk away from this message unchanged, letting it fade like just another passing thought, or you can take action. You can begin aligning your life with the truth you now hold. You can start making decisions that reflect the power you know you have. You can step forward with confidence, knowing that you are supported, knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor. So what happens next? That is up to you, but know this: the world is watching. The universe is watching. And every step you take, every decision you make, every time you choose to rise instead of retreat, you are creating something incredible. You are shaping your destiny. You are stepping into the life that was always meant to be yours. Your journey doesn't stop here. Keep going, keep seeking, keep awakening. The best is yet to come.